Many times a pet can have a medical emergency when most veterinarian offices are closed. But the Animal Emergency and Pet Care Clinic of the High Country in its beautiful new building on Highway 105 in Boone is equipped to handle the urgent care needs of your pet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The clinic is even open all day and night on weekends and holidays. If you are looking for a veterinarian to provide quality medical care, then Dr. Lindsay and his staff can provide all aspects of veterinarian care Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The clinic is staffed and fully equipped with state-of-the-art equipment for all animal emergency situations. We now offer stem cell regenerative therapy. Please call for more information.
Don't forget, Animal Emergency and Pet Care Clinic of the High Country also does annual vaccinations, spays, neuters, dentals, and flea, tick, and heartworm preventative care.
The Animal Emergency and Pet Care Clinic of the High Country can be reached at its beautiful new facility on Highway 105 in Boone or at 828-268-2833.
Hello, this is Krista and
I'm Carol.
And we're here representing the Watauga Humane Society. We want to tell you a little bit about what's going on this week at the Humane Society, and we brought Herc along with us, who is a wonderful dog. He has stolen both of our hearts while we're bringing him over here. But let's talk about what's going on this week at the Humane Society. It's going to be World Spay Day on the 23rd of February.
And that's a day where the goal of this day is to encourage people to get their animals neutered or spayed or fixed so they don't reproduce any unwanted litters of puppies and kittens. And the goal would also be that eventually, at one point in time, we wouldn't need animal shelters where every animal, every dog and cat would have a home and would be a wanted member of the family.
I was going to say the Watauga Humane Society has a special division that's just devoted to that. It's called SNPs.
Mm-hmm. And they're sponsoring this World Spay Day out at the shelter from 12:30 to 5. And the really neat thing about it is the first 5 visitors, if you get there at 12:30 and you get in the door first, the first 5 visitors would get a coupon for a free spay or neuter.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. And
this is on the 23rd of February. That's a Tuesday, I think, isn't it?
It's a Tuesday, 12:30 to 5, and the SNPs volunteers will be there. They're selling their handmade crafts, and they're also selling baked goods.
Wow.
So come on out. If you haven't been out to the shelter, just come on out and have a look and see what's available out there.
Sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
February is also our Empty the Shelter program. Last month, we were focusing on senior pets. And when we were here the last time, we had Danny and Raven. Mm-hmm. And we are happy to report that both of them have been adopted, and they were actually adopted into the same family. So that's great. This month, we're focusing on pussycats who are 2 years of age and younger.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're able to be adopted for just $5. So that's really a wonderful, and to homes that are qualified.
Yeah, right. And we have lots of beautiful kitty cats out there. So if you're interested, come on out and have a look and look these guys and girls over.
And the other thing that's going on that's really exciting. Hi, Herc. Oh, look at him. Look at him. What a sweetheart. The other thing that's going on is that we're having a special class. If your dog has a problem with manners or some behavior problems.
And that's the reason lots of dogs sometimes end up in a shelter, is that they just don't fit in with the family and they have some naughty behaviors. And so we have Brianne Harris, who is part of a training program called Positive Partners. And she's going to be running a session from 5:30 to 8 on February 25th at the Humane Society. The session is $25. And it's called Ask the Trainer. So you can bring your dog, and assuming that your dog already has some skills, You can ask her questions, and maybe you're interested in refining the skills, or maybe your dog's getting into the trash, or doing other things that can be problems.
You'd rather he didn't do, or she
Yeah,
didn't do,
you can
yeah.
ask Brianne, and she'll give you lots of personal attention. It's limited to five handlers and their dogs.
Okay.
So,
and
again-
you need to register for that ahead of time. So call
Yeah.
the Humane Society, and they'll let you know how to register.
They'll give you the information. It's $25, and she's a very well-known individual in the area for her dog training methods.
Okay.
And I think it would be it would be excellent for people who are interested in helping their dogs be good family members.
Good.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, please check our website for weekly classes. And there is a volunteer orientation on Saturday, February 27th. It's at 10 o'clock in the morning. And remember that we can use volunteers of any age, and there are many, many jobs, different kinds of jobs for volunteers to do. The last thing we want to tell you and remind you of before we introduce Herc, who's really wanting to introduce himself, is that now that winter has finally gotten here to the high country and we are having some cold temperatures and snow, we want to remind you to bring your animals in at night. Once the sun starts going down, between 3 and 4 in the afternoon, it starts to get cold, and if you feel the cold, your animal feels the cold as well.
Yeah, I'd like to talk a little bit about Herc. He was turned in to us because his owners couldn't take care of him any longer. He came in with a buddy, and the buddy's been adopted, and Herc is still there. He's very quiet. He's a laid-back kind of a dog because he's a little bit older. He's not
How
real
old is
active.
he?
We are estimating he's about 10 years old.
Okay.
And you can see what a sweet guy he is. He just wants to be with somebody.
Yeah.
And he loves his treats, and he can do a few tricks too if I
Yeah.
can get him.
Let me hold this
He
and
just seems to be wanting to get up on my lap. Okay, Herc, come here, buddy. Come here. Come on, let's sit. Sit. Shake.
what a good boy.
Shake. Look
Oh,
at that.
look at that.
Yeah, he wanted to shake my hand. And he knows a few other tricks. And if you're looking for if you're a person who isn't real active, maybe a senior couple or just a senior individual, I think he'd be a wonderful dog.
Yeah.
He's, as you can see, he's friendly. He's really laid back. He just came in here and laid right down and made himself at home.
Yeah, he's very calm and wants just to be a companion. I think he'd be great for a senior especially, but for anybody.
Yeah.
He's really, really a great dog. So thank you. Have a great week. And goodbye from us.
Yeah. See you next week.